What's up? We are back with another episode of Daddy Issues.
All eyes went to Keon.
We are back, man. I'm Tony Baker, of course.
Keon Poley.
DC Irvin.
Chaz Rogers.
At Craig Wade.
Yeah. We back, man. Still dads out here.
Yeah.
All of us.
Too much, right?
There's a lot of
right
kids
now.
between us.
You got your
There's
kids
too much
full time
dad
right
going
now.
on right now, bro.
I'm almost
The school
done.
stuff and
You
I'm almost on the
40,
next level of dad.
4,
You on that Tony
6,
Baker level, that DC level.
Hey, that's
11
the best.
kids between us.
It's 11?
Yeah.
Woo.
Good-
Most
4,
were
right?
Mine, yeah.
Yeah.
Craig got that.
Man,
That's a
I'm the
lot.
only one keeping it down, man. That's why I can't
Get
have
one more, man.
That's why I
Come
can't.
on, man.
You just started.
We just become a stereotype if I do
on,
that.
man.
You know what I
One
mean? Before dads,
When
12 kids.
when Yo FaceTimed Sabrina last week, Baby was on there and she was like, "I need a sibling." That's what her eyes
I'm
said.
pretty.
I
Oh, okay.
need
It's
a
on her eyes.
Oh, it was in the eyes for sure. I want a sibling.
That's how he ended up with 2 cats.
Yeah, man.
They
He
need a
chewed
sibling.
through my cord last night. I had just ordered a PlayStation 4 charger cable.
Mhm.
Got it last night. He chewed through it last
Midnight?
night. Yeah, I punched him in the chest.
Wait, so is this what happens at a certain age? Your kid stories become your animal stories?
That's
cat
all I
stories.
got.
Okay.
Tony gonna be a cat lady.
Definitely a cat lady, man.
You gonna get any more cats?
Nah.
too deep.
Well, I want a dog now.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
you do?
I want I want like a pit bull or like a
Oh.
Rottweiler.
So you can get them like jerseys and stuff because you can't get that for a cat.
Tony want one of
Nah,
them
I ain't
homeless
gonna-
Chicago
I don't
dogs.
wanna
Chicago
dress-
jersey, yeah.
You could put a jersey on a cat, can't you?
yeah.
What?
Yeah, you can throw it on there.
What? They're too independent. They don't
Midnight
like
gonna
that.
tear his off, but Daps will wear his. He'll be like, okay.
Oh, he's broken?
Yeah, he'll just be like, all right. He might try it a little bit and give up, but Midnight, he be just, no. He'll dive out the window for it. I
Eat a
don't
buck.
want to wear this jersey, man. He be like,
Midnight to the buck.
You gotta
Yeah.
break them in.
got still on him, man. He think he running things, man.
I watched him
Sicko.
jump on the counter right in front of your face.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that was disrespectful.
Because I can tell when it's coming. He'll get on the couch and start looking at the counter and doing things.
Getting his feet
right
ready.
here, dog. And I'll just be in the background with the pillow. As soon as he land, I'll be like, whew.
You should move the couch like 4 inches further
We moved
back.
it.
Oh,
He be making the jump. Because then it's going to look weird. We got the couch all the way up to the wall.
On the wall.
Uh-huh.
Can't put your feet up, man. Gotta keep your feet up. But what about the little electric thing you had on the counter?
That keeps him away from those, but he'll find a way around them.
That sounds violent.
Because that thing
bro.
shocked me when I was over there.
Man.
I was
like,
not ready
when
for
I
it.
forget-
Wait.
Wait,
He's
what's
doing that to
this?
y'all, and y'all doing it to a cat? You doing it to a
Yeah.
cat?
Oh, man. Listen, he shouldn't be up there. Stay
wait,
your
is it
punk
like to
ass
keep
off
your
the
arms
counter.
off the table electric device?
Yeah, it's like you get shocked when you touch it.
So no one told. I went over to get my mail one day. I'm just like, nah, but
That's Sabrina's fault.
and the cat
She
was
ain't
like,
crazy.
yeah, well, Sabrina probably didn't say shit on purpose, and that cat was like, nah, that's dumbass.
Huh.
But
Oh,
Dapper
God.
don't even attempt to go up there.
So you got one good kid, one bad. So it all. That's how it happens.
He
The
don't
Good
even
Son.
attempt.
Remember that movie? The Good Son.
Yep.
He was
If I had to let one go.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a tough decision.
You already chose.
Good Son
You're
was
like,
that was a
Yeah.
terrifying movie.
The Good Son.
You remember see
man.
that?
Heck
Macaulay
yeah, that was a
Culkin.
classic.
He was
Yeah,
Bad
man.
Macaulay.
Yeah,
Psycho.
classic.
It was a change of pace for.
I was like,
good old
Macaulay's an
Macaulay.
actor.
Oh yeah.
I was like, it would have been over quick. He would have got his ass whooped.
Oh hell yeah!
House.
Once he tried to
Nah.
kill his sister, it's a done
Right.
Go watch The Good Son if you haven't seen it.
But
Macaulay Culkin at his
honestly,
best.
that movie just made me like see white kids. Like honestly, even at that age, I was like, nah.
Yeah, I don't like spankings, but you tried to kill your sister.
You tried to kill
got-
your sister
I mean, there's some
Wait,
evil
didn't he try to drop her from like
in the ice.
in the ice. He wasn't trying to help her out.
Man.
cold piece?
He
And
was watching
Elijah
her.
Wood was the good one.
Yeah,
And he had all.
That's
he
why
had
his
the good
career
face,
flourished
too.
after
yeah.
that.
Elijah Wood's face in that movie, he just looked innocent.
He
Like,
did.
Every time he was just like,
His eyes, man.
Yeah.
Elijah Wood got them big eyes.
Right.
Even when he was a serial killer in Sin City, he was like, oh, serial
Oh
killer.
yeah, he wasn't there.
Yeah. Sin City was dope.
I just remember that movie North was boring as hell.
I never watched it.
It was
Never watched
boring.
it. It
Remember
tanked
that?
at the box
I don't even
office.
know what that is.
Yeah,
It
it
was
didn't make
Elijah
money.
Wood, 2 hours of running around being boring.
Looking for some parents or
Don't watch. I don't remember North.
Was it like-
I don't even remember that.
Was
Yeah,
it
I've
like
never
The
heard
Hobbit
that.
without makeup?
No, it was. I wish at least It was somewhat exciting. I don't remember it now. That's how dumb it was. I don't remember it at all.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what movie made me cry that I tried to watch with my daughter the other day?
Click.
It didn't make me cry then, not Click. The Fox
Troll?
and the Hound. You ever see Fox
Oh,
and the
that's
Hound?
the first movie that made me cry.
Yo.
I didn't. It didn't.
I don't
move me.
remember it.
Nah.
That's
Fox
the
and the Hound
first
didn't
movie that
move you?
got me.
Nah.
Oh, Keon heartless. Bro.
I saw it when I was
the
6.
slow talking dog kind of threw me off.
He talked slow?
I was a little militant. The hound dog that was sitting out there.
I don't even remember.
The older one.
I saw
Yeah,
it
the
once at the
older
movie
one.
theater, cried, never saw it again.
That's a,
I
yeah.
was young, rebellious. I was like, oh nah, why they got him talking like that?
Oh, you thought he was
Yeah.
the black slave?
Yeah,
dog?
it's time to leave.
Free Willy made me cry when he jumped over the rocks. When he cleared
you
the rocks,
cried for joy?
I teared up.
I wasn't crying then.
I didn't
What?
cry.
Why?
Fox and the Hound made me cry. My brothers clowned me, and I stopped crying in movies.
Right.
From then on,
Wait, what was
Well,
your
you don't-
tactic
you-
to
you-
hold it back?
yeah, I was just taking it. I kept my eyes open because you know when you
You gotta-
blink,
you
then
gotta
the tear
dry 'em
rolls.
out,
I
yeah.
was just like,
You got to
yeah.
dry out the eyes.
So I took Boys in the Hood. I took all that, and then once I had kids, I started crying again. I don't know what happened, but yeah. So when I saw Free Willy, I was just like, good for him. Good for him. Now I'll be crying at everything.
The
that I
first
watch.
movie that I actually cried, I think, was the Will Smith joint when his daughter had.
Oh man,
his daughter had died. from
what's the
that.
name of that? I always
can't
forget
think
the
of it.
name. Something.
What? Will Smith's daughter died?
It was something. Dang.
Like he got a
Philadelphia?
visit from
no.
like death, time.
Not
and,
7 pounds.
No.
What?
Collateral Beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Collateral
I never
Beauty.
even heard of it.
remember
Oh, it
that.
came out like a
remember that.
few years ago.
What?
Because every other
Recently.
movie, I would like Armageddon when
Oh,
Bruce was talking to his daughter. I was
yeah.
like, but I didn't break.
Yeah.
But the Will Smith, I think now that I have kids,
the kids.
when he was going through the loss of his daughter, and it was one scene, and I was just like,
Wait, this was in theaters?
yeah.
yeah.
I've never.
But I
heard
watched
of
I watched it on the road because I was I
watched
just went
it
to
on the plane.
Redbox and just rented a bunch of movies, and that scene hit. I hit Tony. I was
Folded
like,
in a
"Man."
hotel.
a good commercial.
I was
would
like,
get
God
me.
damn it.
Hey, you
A
know what?
good
Hey,
commercial
some
get me.
commercials, bro. Because some commercials, you be like, all right, man, bring back the show.
That one commercial that I posted when she was like, he lies. The MetLife commercial where the dad is like pretending that he's happy the whole
Yeah.
time, and then she realized he's homeless and he can't pay for
Oh,
anything
yeah.
and blah blah. And she was like, he lies because of me. I was like,
Oh no!
I melted.
It just takes a good moment with a father like pushing his son or walking with his son, and I'm like, I ain't have no daddy. It just hit. That's always the one that hit. I ain't have no daddy. Looking at your son,
Does it ever get easier though? Do
What?
you ever feel that like not having your father?
Actually, no, because everything you do positive with your kid, you be reflecting on your own life. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
man, he
I
got
missed
ice
out
cream.
on this.
My dad didn't give me no ice cream. Everything.
So even being a good dad makes you reflect.
Did
on
it
the
did
dad
it make
that was
you
never
try
there.
even harder to be a
Yeah,
good
that's
dad?
what I want to know. Does it make you work harder?
Yeah. Oh, all y'all had dads in your life? That damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had dad.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yo,
my real
loser.
dad, but I had a dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets easier just because it becomes like a competition thing.
Mm.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna do all the things then. that he did.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Dope.
That's all.
And
my
you
dad
winning.
did that.
Yeah, because my dad didn't have a dad, and so, but he was there and raised me like.
So I'm like, I might have fucked
Exactly.
my kids up.
You
or
mean
messed
our
them up.
dad? did.
Yeah, yeah. Our dad didn't have a dad.
Yeah,
So he did
yeah.
good with us.
Yeah,
So
he did.
Yeah, my
did.
dad's dad was scarce also. I don't have grandfathers like that. You know, I have like a step grandfather I knew I was a kid, but biological grandfathers I don't know them at all. So my mom doesn't know her like biological grandfather. My dad, I don't think he knows his. But anyways, the guy who helped raise him wasn't around like that either. He died when my dad was a kid. They both did, I think. So, you know, I didn't have like that. So my parents growing up without having real deal like, you know, father figures every day, I definitely see how they tried. You know, my dad was everywhere. He had his issues, right? All of them do, right? And I got
Yeah.
Because sometimes you be like, okay, you didn't have a father, clearly. Right?
Yeah, you were winging that.
Right.
My,
right.
my dad's weird. It was like he wasn't a quite deadbeat.
Mm-hmm.
He was an enemy of the state, but I didn't find that out till later.
So your dad couldn't be around.
Yeah,
He tried. What if
Oh,
he was
wow.
what was
Right.
the whole time you had this animosity and he was looking through the window like, if I could.
Right, right.
It was
If I
kind. It was
could.
kind of like that because as a kid, they wouldn't tell me, "Hey, your dad's enemy of the state." So
Oh, wow.
he'd take a long route outside of the toll road. It'd take him like 7 hours to get from Pennsylvania, and he'll see me, and I'd be like, Man, you ain't never around.
You had no.
Do you know
clue.
why I had to
No
do
clue.
this?
The whole
Right.
time he's like,
Yeah, so it's like,
Hey, what age did you find out that he was enemy of the state?
34.
Oh wow!
He was a
Is he
grown-up.
still alive?
No, he already passed.
Oh,
He is
okay.
already gone,
Did y'all get
so.
to reconcile at all?
On a spiritual plane, yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
No,
Not
that's
while
the
he
that's
was
the
here.
important one.
That's
Yeah.
the important one right
Yeah.
there.
Uh-huh.
So you're at peace with it and all.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
dope.
actually going to start visiting his gravesite
So
Where's he buried at?
in Pennsylvania somewhere.
Philly area?
No, by Pittsburgh.
Oh,
They
Pittsburgh.
real
what
deal
what
with
did he do? What was he wanted for?
Loving
No,
his
he wasn't
kids.
wanted.
I want-
So he became enemy of the state because he committed crimes. And at that time in New York, they had a program where you could be shipped off to another parent
Okay.
out of state, and you can't return to the state for a number of years.
Dang.
Can't ask them kind of
Oh.
questions in prison.
This-
What did you do to get in here?
He
Chaz would get shanked.
he beat a bigger
Shanked.
charge.
I
is what
was
he did.
definitely getting
Chaz
shanked.
would
bro.
get shanked first
Shanked.
night. What you guys do?
Oh my god! The neck.
why are you here?
What brought you guys here, huh?
Hey buddy, where you
You
from?
be sitting with the Aryan Brotherhood. What brought you guys here?
Nice shave.
What are those tats made?
Right.
That's
seen
a
that in
nice
the history
eagle.
book.
Right
Tell me
there.
more.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
So you guys, though, your grandpas were all there.
My mom's dad was. My dad's dad, no. My grandfather, I would always hide from him when he came to the crib. He come to the door and I just run and hide. He'd be like, "Where's that turkey at?" And he'd look for me. He had his trench coat on and he talked slow. I sound like him. And
That makes sense.
he would look for me all the time. My hiding places was trash. 'Cause I wanted him to catch me. So I'd be like under the coffee table that's in plain sight. And he'd be acting like he looking. And he would come, like my mom would cook, and he'd be like, "Your mama make them greens?" I'm like, yeah, they're in the kitchen. He'd be in there smacking. He'd be like, how? He'd be making noise in there. Sometimes he'd take his teeth out. Be like,
Oh,
Oh, okay. Those some good greens. You
Oh,
can
he-
take your teeth
yeah,
out.
He got
take the
comfortable.
teeth out. You gotta get in on it, man.
I like that.
My grandpa was present, but he was trash.
On your dad's side.
Yeah, my dad's
Your,
dad. He
oh,
was
your
not-
other
not
granddad.
Paw.
'Cause
no, Pawpaw's a,
Pawpaw,
he's a
yeah.
man.
Legend.
But I found out from my mom actually that Pawpaw was he kind of was doing his own, like he would like miss recitals and stuff. He's like, I ain't going to that.
Mhm.
Like he was there, but like he got better when he got older. Like
Yeah, I kind of feel him because I think about those things like I don't want to go to that stuff.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
a lot of boring stuff.
Oh,
a lot
being
of
a
man.
boring
parent.
shit.
Mm.
But my dad's dad, he was there, but he was a hood nigga. He was just, this is all I know.
Right.
So, so it's like my dad was extra like affectionate and stuff like that because he was like, I never got told I love you and I never got hugged.
I see that a lot. That's a
Because
big
my grandpa was just
generational
like,
thing.
yeah, it's a generational
Definitely.
thing. Like, the dads before was just like, be a man. I don't have to do nothing but clothe you, feed you, and that's my job.
Oh,
Shut up,
you
stop
nothing
crying.
else.
Yeah, and it was just
Right.
like, so my dad was extra like involved, coached me all the way till high school.
Right.
Every team would never miss nothing,
Yeah.
like unless he had to work, and even if he had to work, he would pop in because he was a mailman.
Mhm.
So we hooped in the city that he delivered in though. So on Saturdays when I had games, he had to work, but I would see him just pop in, check the score real
He
quick,
do
and
his
then
part, yeah.
dip
People
out.
missing
Just-
checks. Remember
Yeah.
what my check Keon
he
out
would
there
just-
hooping?
He was just, he was overcompensating because
Dope.
I was like, I mean, I thought it
Your
was cool.
dad's a big loving dude. He's a big
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He
Yeah,
is.
I had grandparents. Since their daughter had me at 16, I didn't get the fun grandparents. You get to do everything. I got parent grandparents.
Yeah.
It's like, no, take
We
your ass to
raising you.
bed.
Yeah.
No, you can't have sugar.
Right.
Yeah.
My grandmothers held it down. They're the ones who held it down. I think of like matriarch or whatnot. You know, it was way more of that than I ever saw from like the
What's your
grandfathers.
nickname? Your grandmama's nickname for you?
I only had Chazzy. That was it.
Chazzy.
That was it.
Come on.
Chazzy
That
Fresh.
was it. It was just, hey, Chazzy. That was it.
I don't have any nicknames.
That was. You was always just Keon.
Yep.
Not
I was
a
always
K
Tony
Bubble or something.
Bruiser.
I don't know.
I'm gonna leave
Bubbling
my nickname
Brown.
alone.
Oh, come on, Craig.
Oh no, I had 50. I meant for Keon.
Oh,
I had high school nicknames, but I didn't have I don't think my family called me anything. Yeah.
Everybody else in my family has nicknames. I didn't even know people's real names until I got older.
oh, he definitely. I had a aunt. We got a Coco, Spanky.
Yeah, we got
Coco,
Pinky,
Spanky.
Twinkie.
Dimples. I got Aunt
Mook.
Dimples.
I got
Yeah.
like 5 nicknames.
Cookie.
I was Juice, Papito, Monster.
Juice.
Uh,
The monster. How you get
Selfie.
that name?
Marlon used to get beat up a lot as a kid, and then he'd have me beat up their
okay.
little brothers,
yeah.
and so it's like
was the
I'm gonna
henchman.
get Monster.
The muscle. Craig was the muscle.
The muscle, the
The
gangster.
muscle. Craig was
Nah,
the
I was-
muscle.
I was chubby, so I had an advantage on Project Kids because they were malnourished.
You would
So
lay
I
on
would
him.
just lay on them and give them the business.
Lay on him, man. The chub got
Until
you out of
after
a lot of
lunch.
fights.
That's
Bro,
right.
Yeah, you were a
Yeah.
chubby kid, right?
Oh,
It works when
hell
you're
yeah.
younger.
Oh, you
It
just
does.
catch them in the morning before free
Hell
lunch.
yeah.
They're all weak
They
inside.
all weak
Right.
inside.
Come in with the heavy-handed
Size as a
haymaker.
kid is everything. And it, like I recently yesterday I was on Facebook and saw this dude who in 3rd grade was like everybody was terrified of this dude, and I saw him now and I was like he's tiny,
Yeah, it doesn't work.
but
out
he
in the
was
long
he
run.
grew fast. Like he was huge when we was kids, and then he topped out at like 5'7".
Yeah,
And
then you're
I
like,
was just-
shit.
Yeah, a lot of those kids that are big, they stay the same size the rest of their life.
He's that
Yeah.
size.
Oh, yeah, the big in
Stop
junior
right
high
there.
school, when you like 5'8" in junior high school,
Right.
it's over.
That's it.
In 6th grade, you think you're going to the league, being a star center.
That's funny.
Like I was a late. I didn't grow till high school, and I didn't gain weight till late high school.
I never grew. I never had a growth spurt. It was like half an inch every year.
That's it.
Until I
Your
stopped
body
at
was like,
5'7".
that's it, Chad.
That's it.
I was-
7th, 8th grade is when I had my spurt.
Oh,
But
was
I
still
stayed the
behind.
same height. Like 9th grade, I was like 6'1", and I think I stayed.
Oh, so you thought you was
Oh,
like I'm about to
man.
be like
I'm about to
6'7".
be 6'3".
DC was a
Yeah.
giant in
right,
9th grade.
super tall.
He
Oh,
was
you had a
hovering
hook-
over
you had
the
a hook shot.
classmates.
Right, I was tall as hell for like.
DC was like slow motion.
I was dunking in the 9th grade, like
Wow.
easily. 9th grade.
I
So
didn't
Oh,
know
you
eighth
was
grade, I
on
started
every
dunking.
team.
Just dunking easily. Like they was like, you can dunk. I did, yeah. Uncoordinated as hell. Yeah.
But you fit the description. You could
Football
dunk.
awkward.
You had a kid. You fit the description of a super
They
athlete.
thought DC was gonna make it.
Man, he was the LeBron.
I
of the
let
school.
the city down.
I don't know when my last growth spurt was. I feel like it was like 9th grade, probably around the same time.
Yeah.
I feel like I grew a little bit more in high school though. I
Right,
had
I grew
some
up in high
more.
school.
Sincere
I remember when
had
I
a late
passed
one.
my mom, I
Huh?
was
Your
excited.
son had a late
Oh,
one.
Sincere was late with his.
Yeah.
I grew 5 inches after high school.
Yeah.
I was
After high
5'7".
school?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
5'7" when I
Yeah,
graduated.
Sincere had a growth spurt after high school.
Sincere heck tall, right?
Yeah.
He got
Like
you.
6'2"
He's taller than
now.
you now.
I still waiting
It's the
on
hair.
mine.
It's always the hair, man. Y'all
what's
got-
the
y'all-
rain,
they got to
man?
balled up before we can give a final analysis on who's the tallest. They
I
got
like
balled
being
up.
short from a pervert status though. It's like every time girls would give me a hug, my face was right in the
Oh.
breast. They'd be like, "Hey," I'd be like, "Yes."
Just marinating.
And then get your little ass out of here.
I
Cleavage,
guess
Ohio.
everybody's perverts because the tall dude is like, yes, and they get the hug
Pulling in the
low.
waist.
Hold on. What's too tall to walk around if you're not an NBA or if you're not a basketball player?
6'1".
No.
Oh, hey, man, look out.
What?
And you're not working
Don't nobody look
security.
at me
you're
and
not
think
working
NBA.
security.
I feel
You're
like
just
my
tall.
my
I was
height
like
thing
6'7".
is yeah,
6'7".
my height thing is skewed because of basketball. So what I deem as short and tall is different.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I think I'm tiny because all my
But
friends.
you're
and stuff-
6'1".
No, I'm 6 foot even.
Okay.
But
Five-
that's
5'11".
small. You know what I'm saying? Like when all your friends, like when I post that picture,
Yeah.
people was like, "How tall are you?" I'm like, "Nigga, I'm standing next to somebody who's 6'8".
Right.
That's why they're huge.
Right.
Like that picture with Shaq and Yao Ming. Shaq looks like it's tiny. And he's
Right.
on Yao's got him by 4 inches. Like people don't respect
Inches.
inches. They don't realize how much Yao's only 4 inches taller than Shaq, and he was dwarfing him in
Right.
that picture. So when I look at people, I'm like, 6'4". That's not bad. That's not for me. It's like you gotta be like 6'7".
That's
Yeah.
what
If
he's
you
like.
didn't hoop, I'm like, all right, bro, come on.
It's kind of weird for me because I have a kid that's 6'5" and a kid that's 6'7", so I'm like, I don't know.
Well,
I
they
see
gotta
him
make
all
it.
the time. So
Are we gonna be roasted? They gotta.
They
You
can
gotta
be
do your
stand-up.
job.
6'7" got to make it.
He gotta make
Bro,
it.
that's
Stand-up.
not fair,
6'7"
bro.
can
That's-
do, 6'7" can do comedy.
Wait, that's
No.
no.
Why
Like
not?
what Mark,
Especially if he's
Mark
lanky.
Curry? How tall is Mark Curry?
Like 6'6".
6'8".
Irish J 6'8",
He's 6'8".
but Mark did play for a minute.
He played for Golden State.
Yeah,
He played for Golden
He
State.
did.
he did. So at
Well,
least try.
The
Like
Big
Max
Irish
Lee-
is
He
a
was
big
on
dude,
Golden
So
State.
if
It's
you a
not-
big dude, dude
That's
like
not
that,
fair, dog.
If you're
different.
big,
Yeah.
it fits.
What if you
Yeah.
don't hoop? What if he's like, I just never got into basketball?
I've met people like that.
Right.
I'd be like, I remember I was working at Men's Warehouse. Some dude walked in. I was like, how tall are you, bro? He was like 6'9". I was like, where you hoop? Never. I stopped helping him. Like I stopped. Like he was
You
looking for
find the
clothes.
stuff yourself.
Yeah, I was like,
You
I'm
loser.
done.
I do feel like I'd be like, hey, bro, let me get 5. You know what I'm saying? let
Like,
me
you
let me just get up to a nice 5'11".
Why?
6'8".
You don't need all
A
that.
nice 5'11". That's what's up. Just stop one inch
With-
short of 6 feet.
I don't need the 6 feet because I've been 5. When you're short, then you're always short. Height means way less to you because you go like you stop going like if I was only 6 foot. Like I always thought in football, if I was like, man, dog, I think it was Zach Thomas played with the Dolphins was 5'10" or 5'11". So I was like, oh, if only I had that. You know what I mean? Because nobody wants a 5'7" anything. Right?
With
Well,
my-
running backs.
Maybe. I mean, not,
But you
not
gotta
a whole
be
lot of them are
like-
that. Are
gotta
that
be
short.
amazing,
Kaufman or
like-
something.
Right. Very,
Darren
very
Sproles,
few of them are
Napoleon
like
Kaufman,
that
yeah.
short and that great. You know what
And
I
you
mean?
got to be like a freak, like Napoleon Kaufman. He was tiny, but he was benching 450.
Yeah.
And he ran like a
He
4.
was
Like Barry
real-
Sanders was 5'8",
Yeah.
but he was like squatting.
and
like
his
6.
legs were bigger than
How
the
tall
table.
is Sproles?
He's like
5'6",
5'5",
I think.
5'6". Yeah, he's small.
Tiny.
I think it's cold that girls give guys like they don't give short dudes a chance.
You don't. You don't get no
Yeah.
I think
respect.
that's pretty messed up.
That's something
Well, I
you
get
can't-
it though. It's
you can't help
about
it.
breeding.
Well, also
Like-
girls don't give everybody a chance. Some girls don't give tall guys a
Right.
chance. Some don't give fat
Color,
guys broke.
you
It's
know,
yeah,
it's a
a
lot.
They
lot
got their
of
little
chances.
sand-
Tall is always in.
Yeah.
Tall is usually in.
Tall is
But
in.
it's a
I
thing.
ain't heard one be like, you too tall. I ain't heard that.
You 8'11"? Oh.
Yeah, I ain't heard it. Now, if you like 6'8", I've heard that. Well, that's just too much. But like in the 6'1", the 6.
Well, I've seen an unemployed 6'8" dude be like, "Get your big ass." It's the same.
Yeah, I
I
seen
want
that
your
might
big
be
ass.
too
You ain't
tall.
in the
Because he
league.
It
couldn't
looks
say it.
weird.
And they was like, why you
6'8"
didn't
is
make it?
weird.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
you
they're gonna
doing?
roast you when the argument comes
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yo,
That's
man.
like you ain't having what it took.
That's
bro,
why I
that's
got
what we
my
doing.
kids on like Robinhood and Forex, so that
Yep.
they
Make
don't
me
have
some
to
bread.
depend on-
Absolutely.
Wait,
Get
who's
into the league.
6'7", who's 6'5"?
Sage is 6'7" now.
Dang.
He's a
Dang.
16-year-old,
That's
and
ridiculous,
Sky
man.
is 6'5".
Where did that height come
What the
from?
height? Yeah.
Everybody
All of
always say
them.
that. Where the height come from you? Their mom is 5'11".
Oh.
How
And
tall
then
is
all
your
my
dad?
all my uncles are
Right. They're
Yeah,
all
they're
6'1".
they're all
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
6'1".
Wow.
I
And
was like,
all
the-
the aunts are over
'Cause big
5'9".
Big Dame about 6'3", huh?
Yeah.
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 6'3"
Think
and a
about
half.
it. Keenan.
Oh yeah, that's
Keenan,
right.
they're all
they
tall.
are tall.
Yeah,
Marlon
that's true.
6'3", Sean 6'2",
Yeah. The Wayans is
Yeah.
tall.
Yeah.
and the girls all between 5'9", 6 feet.
Good
Wow.
genes over there, man.
My
Right.
dad was only
Meanwhile.
he was 5'8".
Oh, your mom
Oh,
messed
so
up.
he
Well,
he
she was
hollered at a
16.
taller woman.
She didn't know she was gonna keep
Yeah,
growing.
she
That's when you young, you could be short. All the girls love the short guys when you're young.
Yeah.
Short
when
guys
did-
still get played though.
I mean, you just got to be dope. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you gotta come in mad
you got
confident.
to be like, you got to have a good smile, extra personality. You got to be energetic. You can't be no mopey. Nobody want
Yeah.
no. And then coming in, if you're small, your body type is like any weight gain is noticeable in a moment. You know what I mean?
And when you're
Yeah.
short, you got to move around quick, like everything. I'm out of here, girl. You know, you just got to move around fast. So I was like, woo.
But then you gotta feel like you always get this thing about like, but can he protect me if something happens? Is he gonna have the arm length to knock somebody
Short
out?
dudes usually be ready for the fight.
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
They
yeah.
be
You're
ready.
tested. You're tested all the
Yeah.
time. That's why I'm like, I've never been scared to fight somebody. And they'll be like, hey, he's bigger than you. I'm like, and I was a kid, like, I don't care. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I'm like, you're always gonna get tested. Somebody's always
Right.
bigger.
Yeah.
I remember I seen Chaz in action. Remember when we was on the corner in front of Flappers at Burbank, and some dude walked around the corner mad aggressive, and you turned around and threw the hands up immediately.
I was ready.
What's going on? What's going on? He was immediately ready. Everybody else was kind of like, what's going on?
Because he bumped into me. Remember that? Yeah, he
Chaz,
bumped
what's up?
into me.
What's good?
No, I learned you
And I
always
almost
got to
scrappy
hit.
swung on him.
You always got to hit a short guy first because they have all the aggression.
They be ready for
Big
the
dudes
smoke.
be like, I don't want to hit. I don't want to hurt you.
Big
Then the
dudes be
little
like, "Now,
dude
hold
hit you
on now."
3 times. You stumbling. It's over.
It's a lose-lose situation when a bigger dude fights a short guy. If you win, no, you kick the
You was
little
short.
guy's ass. Big
If you
deal.
lose,
Yeah, you-
The best answer I heard was so. That's the best. Why you hit that little dude? So.
You're a man
talking.
at the end of the day.
But like it's the little like I'm 5'7", but when I see guys who are like 5'3", 5'5", I do the same thing. I'm like, that's all right, little guy. We don't want no
he be
problems.
ready to sock you out at any moment.
I know
You
it's
But
giant.
I get women doing it though because everything we do we're still like by nature we're supposed to do certain stuff. So they're looking at the short dude and they're already thinking if I have a child with this person, how is my child going to survive? Like that's we're not doing it on purpose.
Right.
Like we do everything.
I've read that also.
Like I watched this documentary on this stuff and they were just testing all this stuff out and it's like true. Like when a woman is on her cycle, she's when she's ovulating, she'll look at him because she's like, all right, if I breed, blah blah. The other 3 weeks out of the month, she just wants to be loved and held, and he can be nice. But then that 1 week, I need the strongest, tallest available person. That's who I want to breed with.
Funny.
But look, that's a lot of times that's messed up because sometimes they bring the shortness to the to the equation. Because I'm tall and the mother of my kids was short and both my daughters are small and short. Yeah. And I'm like, I know I didn't do this.
I did my part.
I did my part.
Nah,
But we all do it.
My mom's 5'4". I'm like, Dad, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, were you trying
Well,
not to?
my mom is
That's
5'4".
the average height, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
5'5", I think is the average.
I don't know, but they ruined any chance of me being.
Reed was 5'4". She's 5'4". I said was. He is 5'4".
Yeah.
And the boys are.
Yeah,
They made it over the 6.
Because
yeah.
5'7" is tall for a girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's on the tallest
Right.
side.
But we all doing it. Like the way people walk. Like y'all probably have no idea you do it, but if you're walking, it's just us. We chilling. If you saw a group of women, everybody would stand up taller, shoulders back. Like you don't even know you're doing it. So they filmed guys doing this, and they film women. They walk regular, and then when there's a group of dudes, she starts switching her hips more, and blah blah. And where we look visually, like if you look at a woman. Yeah, we look at her face, but you look at the hips first because, like,
That's
how many
crazy.
kids can she give me? Like, it's all we do
That's a
all this
natural
stuff,
thing?
and we don't know we're doing it until you think about it, and then you're like, oh, I did. That's the first place I looked. It was like, oh, wait, she can crank out a bunch of kids.
Look at the hips
Like,
because that's where the cakes are.
But
right
that's
around
all.
the corner.
That's
true,
a whole
though.
thing that
Really?
we do that
You
we don't know
pan
we're doing.
down.
We
You
don't
look
go
at
to the face?
real quick. No, like if you see a girl coming up,
Yeah.
if you see her approaching you,
Right.
you look at the frame. You like,
Yep.
yo, all right, the hips. Coming. Then when you look at the face as they get closer, and then you might be like, oh,
And it's
there you go.
a
but the hips.
things we just do as humans.
But if
That's
you don't want no
about-
kids, do you still look the same? It's like,
I
Nah,
think
way
it's
too
just
much hips.
nature.
way too much hips.
Her
many
breasts are
kids
way
in
too
there.
big. She'll feed all kind of kids.
Like
No, thank you.
even outfits. Like they put a sunglasses stand on the street, and 8 out of 10 guys chose the regular shade, just black, and then the 2 guys chose some wacky big ones. Right? They moved the stand down the street in front of a yoga class where a bunch of women will come out, and 8 out of 10 guys chose the big ones because this is how I get noticed by all the women that are coming out. I can't be one of the regular guys. I got to pick these big ones because all these women are here. But you don't know you're doing it. Like it's just a bunch of stuff we all do, and you're like, damn,
Subconsciously,
yeah. And I was fascinated. I watched this thing for 3 hours. I was like, huh, okay.
It makes sense.
Right.
It does make sense.
And then you get money, and all that goes out the window.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to get to. But got married and whatnot. So
You can
Still
still
need
get
the
money.
money.
Yeah.
I still want the money, but
But he's talking about with the stuff
purpose,
that comes with the
yeah.
money.
Now I'm just like,
Oh.
here you go. Here's your card.
I'm glad though. I'm glad I didn't I'm glad that when I'm pop, it's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
Now. If I would have, I'd be watching the game and like at 22. If I had money at 22,
I'd have been broke. I'd have been broke for sure.
I don't know. I would still have my money, but I'd also
wouldn't
have
have.
37 kids and AIDS. Like,
Well,
I
then you
would-
wouldn't have had money.
And AIDS.
and
Hopefully
AIDS.
the kids don't have it.
You wouldn't have had
I would
money
be
if you had
wildin'.
37
Like
kids.
20, you rich and young with money?
Oh, with 37 kids, you be broke.
You be broke.
Oh, yeah. They're
Right.
going to get to that.
Oh yeah.
Get to the money, man, because it's gonna be different mamas.
Right.
Oh,
Different
you be
personalities.
flat broke.
And then you got to pay them all around the same.
I feel like you're talking to me, guys.
Oh, my bad, Craig.
Yeah, I was writing on a hit show at 18.
I remember Craig was like, yeah, I bought a house when the last kid turned 18.
Man.
He had to wait to buy a crib.
Yeah, well, we got to put a disclaimer on that for the lawyers now.
Oh, we can bleep stuff out.
There go Chaz again talking too
Yeah,
much. Shut your ass
yeah.
up, Chaz. Damn it.
He said now
does
he
not
can
ever
make
go
money
to
in
jail.
that.
He's
The
like,
Chaz went to jail.
did.
What was you talking about in there?
I did go to jail.
How long you was down for?
I was in there for 3 days.
Oh, you
You had to do the weekend, right?
Went to
For us, that's a
jail.
long.
And the
that's
cold
pretty-
part is he did not have to go to jail that night.
I didn't.
If he would have just hushed up,
Right.
he just went home.
For one, though, I was fighting the tyranny that we go through as black people all the time, and I wasn't going to have these cops harass us. Did they not harass us for nothing?
They came with the attitude.
For nothing. But what did they stop us for?
They what did they say?
Exactly. It was
I don't even
nothing.
remember. It was
all
it
the
was
dude
trash.
said is that we were coming out of an open mic out of this bar in Hollywood somewhere. Me and you Taurus, right?
Yeah.
Back then, and then the cops they just whipped in the spot and they were like, "Get against the wall, against the wall." Somebody threw down a cigarette or something like that, and we were like, "What?"
Yeah.
We were
Wait,
like,
hold on. Wait, this is what I want to know. What was the convo after they drove him away in the car? I just want to know what the convo
Yo,
was.
'cause Chaz was going in.
I was going in.
And like for me, it's like the tall thing. You know,
Right.
if I start tripping, they gonna shoot me.
Right.
when Tony said something, that's when they cuffed me. Tony was like, "Y'all being rude as hell."
Yeah,
It's like
y'all
cuff
being,
the little
y'all
one.
being rude as hell. And then Chaz turned up. They found out he had outstanding tickets.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Now, had I known,
He looked like Doughboy in the car in Boys in the Hood when he was going away and Trey was just watching. I was just like,
had I
Chaz
known,
was just like, don't tell nobody.
I'll be out. I was
Don't tell
like,
Tiff.
yeah,
And
girl,
then
tired.
drove.
You were militant with warrants.
Somebody.
I had no
walked up
idea, bro. Had I known,
You'd have been
I'd
quiet.
have been like, "Yes, sir. Anything we can do to help your investigation."
Hilarious. Somebody.
I
Chaz's
wanna catch who it is,
cause
too.
failed.
They walked
man.
up to Tony. They were like, "What happened to Chaz? He had tickets."
Yeah,
Just getting drove
Hey, but you
away.
know what was funny? When I finally got out on Twitter, when Twitter was popping back then, it was so much free Chaz. Do you remember that?
Hey, I remember. I remember you going to jail, but I forgot how it got out. I think.
It was just a free Chaz movement.
How do you get
Because
pulled
Nate
over
Jackson
just
was there.
standing?
Remember Nate came
Right.
by.
Other people said
Oh
it.
yeah, Nate was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you guys get pulled over just standing
We were-
there?
Bro,
We
that's-
got
that's-
pulled
y'all weren't
over
driving?
on foot.
We were walking back to the
We
car.
literally just came out of that open
Yes.
mic, turned the corner, cop, they pulled in tough.
So my reason for going off was super valid. Because,
Absolutely.
But had I known,
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
I had a warrant.
I was just looking at Chaz. I was like, it didn't even work out the way he planned.
3 days is a long.
That's
why
a long.
3 days?
He went for because it was the
The
weekend.
weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so the warrant I had, it was, so I guess I had this warrant for like 5 years. So I was evading the police for 5. I had got it in 2007. This was 2012, and so my warrant was like $40,000. So they were like,
it usually is they have to process you in, process you out, and on the
Yeah.
weekends it's an overflood of people.
so they were like, do you have $4,000? You can get out right now. And I was like, nah, we might as well just go ahead. And
Go ahead and
who's my bunkmate? Right.
$4,000, man.
Like, and it's funny now because nowadays I'd have been like, man, with my debit card. Back then,
I wouldn't
Right,
even
man.
pay $4,000 now.
I would still
Well,
do
I'll
them
do the
days.
weekend.
my advice for anybody is pay that money, bro. Get out of there. Don't do that. That was the most dehumanizing thing I've ever experienced.
You had
Ever
to do,
went
you had to
through.
do everything
Hey.
the whole 9.
All, bro, that,
Spread 'em, all
literally,
that.
you
Oh,
get
the
literally. There's a
spread.
room full of
You
us.
had to do a cheek spread.
Literally, there's a room full of us. There's maybe 20 to 30 people in a room, in a little room, not some big old nice room. In a little room, we all had to stand foot to foot,
Ooh.
naked.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
man.
you get to hold your bag of clothing.
You know, they came and took that.
Oh, right before
and then
the
we
shower,
all,
you
and then
mean?
they marched you through the entire jail.
Y'all
It
was foot to foot naked?
Bro, he was like, your foot should be touching his heel. I was like, hell no.
Yeah.
That was
you
the
did it,
gayest
though.
thing I've ever done. Of course I did. Because they were, and they had no problem fucking you up. Like, I saw a bunch of guys butt naked getting hemmed up.
Oh yeah, in the shower they
I'm
see
listening.
people who snitched, who did everything. There's a whole bunch of fights in the
Bro,
shower
it
right
was-
before you go in.
I didn't see any of that, thank God. Because nobody wants the sudsy.
You see it, you just walk to the
Yeah.
other end. You
Yeah.
just be like,
even
"Oh."
as a cop, I couldn't sock
That's what I'm
nobody
saying.
out
Like, I
that's
wouldn't
naked.
want to.
Nah.
If I was a cop and somebody was, they was butt ass naked, I'm like, do what I said, and they wouldn't do it. I'd be, well,
Yeah, you know, I
that's
can't,
just what it
listen.
is. I'm
I
not
can't
fighting no
wrestle
naked
you while you
dude,
butt
bro.
ass naked. Your penis is gonna touch me in
Right.
that
Yeah.
scuffle.
I'm
And
not
I
Oh,
don't know,
easily.
like,
Yeah, and then like it never got better. It was it was. I was like, well, this is not gonna get worse than this. And it was like, all right, spread your cheeks, and we had to get foot to foot again.
You didn't cry when you spread your cheeks?
No,
I would have cried.
was you thinking in that butt naked moment, like, man, I shouldn't have said nothing tonight?
it'd have been different had it incited a riot. You know, had police
You got
reform
nothing
happen.
out of it.
The only really scary part is the dude that is so used to being there. He's like, oh, today's burrito night.
Yo.
Yeah.
You always hear someone in, oh
Butt
yeah,
naked.
let's-
They got the good lunches
give me the.
on the
They
weekend.
get the hookup on the clothes.
They-
They get
yes.
their size. They get the new shoes.
There are dudes
Like, oh.
who knew, like, yeah, man, because over at this prison, you know, they serve such and such, but on Tuesdays, if you over here, like, they knew where to go. It was
Chaz
crazy.
just like, I just had tickets.
Yeah, I had to
I
take
just had
ticket
tickets.
guy?
You was telling everybody what you was in for right out to get your tickets.
But you know what? The cats. So I went to like a, you know, I was like General Pop. It was like other people who were like close to get out. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I didn't have to do anything like I was in a cell with one dude, And you know what, bro? I slept the entire time. Like, I didn't know how tired I was until you're in jail. But I slept, like 3 days, I slept the entire time. I played checkers a bit because they won't let you play chess because somebody will stab you with the king right in the eye. You know what I mean? So, and then they gave me a job. I had to, like, serve food.
Oh, you got the good job.
Yeah.
They threw me in there in a big dorm with like 200 people in there.
Yeah.
Oh, you was in
they was
jail
like,
as
you
well,
stay
huh?
on the black side. Don't walk past the white side. You can't go over to the Mexican side. These are the black phones. This your black represent. You like,
you was in a real deal.
It was all that.
This is from
This is county.
This is county.
Yep.
I got a DUI and county was full, so they sent me to Supermax.
How long you was down?
What?
Superman for 10 days?
Because county was packed, so you don't get out till you get processed in and then processed out. So you don't get processed in till you get a bed or a mattress. I got a bed with no mattress for 2 days before I finally got a mattress. So then they processed me in.
So you just laid on the springs?
No, it's just metal. There's no springs. It's just metal. You just lay
Craig
on
was like,
metal.
I would have wished for springs.
You roll your shirt up, put it behind your head, and yeah.
You did the full 10? The full 10 days?
No. I got lucky. I did 6. But I was supposed to. They wanted me to do 120.
And
But I wasn't
Supermax
going
for
to
a
pay.
DUI.
Yeah.
You didn't call
I called everybody. I wrote letters. I did everything. Sent pigeons. I was telling people getting out, yo, just go to this address and tell them Craig in jail. I did everything. I didn't want to go in there. Especially when there's like, keep going that way. I seen people going in cells, and then some of the guys give you bad advice. They're like, you don't want to go in there. That's protective custody. You want to be out here where you can live. Like, live? Chaz was in, like, the protective custody when you're just in a single cell.
Right.
Or with one person. Then when it's Gen Pop,
Right.
it's a dorm with everybody.
Right.
Yeah, if I don't plan on being there for long, no, protect the hell out of me.
Yeah. So I spent one day in a cell with somebody who, and you don't know what this person's in for. But I wasn't one for the talking. So
You didn't ask him though.
I was like, hey buddy, what are you doing? How long? I was none of that. I was like, we didn't talk at all.
My jail mentor told me, if you go in one of those rooms, you could be walking and somebody just might punch you because they don't know what you're in protective custody for. But they want that stripe that they caught somebody.
Wow.
I'd be like, but I'm getting out though. But I'm getting out.
LA's so small. When you go in, you see everybody from high school. You see, I bumped. I don't want to say his name, but I bumped into a comic in there.
No
He
snap.
was laughing and shit
Was
the
it
whole
Chaz?
time. No, it wasn't Chaz. Chaz was in protective custody.
Yo, jail life, huh?
Yeah, man, it was awful, bro. It was, like I said, it was literally the most dehuman. There's be very few things you'll ever do that you feel less than a human.
As a parent, as a single parent, it's the hardest thing. You have to do the schedule still, the home schedule. You got to make sure everything is running. It's like, oh shit, I got to get out of here.
Yeah, that's tough.
It was awful, man. And then like,
Who was your first phone call to?
I remember when I finally told your brother, he was pissed.
Yeah.
Because you told me don't tell
So,
nobody.
yeah.
And then when I
'Cause
finally
also-
told him, he was like, you just not telling me what the... He wanted to cuss me out. I was like, I'm following orders. bro.
Yeah. But my brother was doing the same thing, and that's why he. But also, I was like, "Yo, it's not gonna be." I was like 40, and the dude was like, "Yeah, you probably do a day." That's what I kept hearing. You'll do a day. Talk to the lawyer. You know, your defendant, public defendant, who doesn't give a shit about.
They
you.
don't give a damn.
They don't
No,
give a shit.
they don't know your name. They don't know
Pay
your
for the
case.
lawyer, man. Don't do the one day. Don't just take the deal because they just want to get a conviction. They're gonna get paid anyways. The
For
public
that bus
defendant.
ride.
Right? So just find a lawyer. You know, plead innocent and find a lawyer. Take whatever they can figure out. Anyways, so I don't think I called anyone. Maybe Tiff to come get me when I finally got out.
I
You was
called.
I had to
like,
call
don't
work.
Don't tell nobody.
That's what I did. I
That's
called
the door
Kelly.
closed.
Because
I
we ain't
called
got no
Kelly and
money.
said, "Don't tell nobody."
Yeah.
Next time I called her, my mom was there,
Nah.
and she became my next jail guru because she was into. She's like, "Don't let nobody take your shoes. When you shower, you want to get there early.
Man.
Get there early before everything." I was like, "All right, ma."
Can you get the shower by yourself if you get there early enough, or is it?
Yeah, because there in the dorm, there's a shower. There's a shower upstairs, shower down. There's 4 showers.
I'm
pretty much.
definitely trying to shower.
I didn't
So-
shower. I didn't
by
shower for 3
myself.
days.
And
But you get
want-
up early anyway.
Yeah,
I'm
you
right
wanna-
up your alley.
You want to get up on that first call and run and take your shower.
Oh, so
It
they
ain't
wake
gonna be
you
a-
up.
It ain't gonna be a deep scrub. I'm
Oh,
just
nah,
problem
I'm
areas and
washing
I'm out.
up.
You
Yeah.
don't get a full night's sleep. They come wake you up to check and make sure everybody's there. Then they leave. They come back in another 3 hours or 2 hours to check and make sure You have to say your
Yo.
number.
You get 3-hour spurts.
I didn't shower or shit for 3 days.
Oh, you didn't shower?
I didn't shower or shit for 3 days.
No, I
take a
shit.
dump?
That's what they tell. My mama
you,
said.
you were in there
my
longer.
mama told me you go and shit. You just go shit right in front of everybody.
Why
like-
though?
I would hold out on
It
that as
doesn't
long
make
as I
you
could.
seem
I
like
did.
you're new to be picked on. It makes it seem like you've been there before and you're a little bit more comfortable with.
I'm gonna
and
sit
then
on the toilet, but I don't think I'm gonna push. I'm gonna just be like, might fart a couple times.
Yeah, I used to think it was
Something
dirty.
gonna come
Bro,
out.
it's wide open. It was awful, bro. It's wide open.
I wouldn't
thought
even sit down. I'm just
Huh?
gonna stand on the wall.
Just
Like babies.
I'm
When they just
boo-boo.
look at you and just,
in a single tear.
you shit in your pants?
what you gonna do?
Keep going.
Now you go with your little toilet paper roll because it's your roll. Don't let nobody have no toilet paper. That's what she told me. It's your roll. You go, you shit in front of everybody, and yeah, it makes you feel like
Is
you're
it
a part of
wipe in
everything.
public though?
Well, it's clean. It's clean because they clean the whole dorm with toilet water. They'd have to. You can't leave streaks and no peeing on the side. They're worse than a mom, and they'd be like, "Go get that."
Did y'all do the spread?
You start a
respect
war
Did y'all do the spread?
on the way out. Yeah, from
Me too.
Supermax. I was like, "What?"
What the what?
The
Everybody
spread?
butt naked in a line,
Ugh.
like a
Oh.
magic.
No,
Mountain
I'm
line.
talking about the food. The spread food.
Oh yeah.
No,
I've had one of those.
No,
six
that was
days.
awful.
I thought you meant the spread.
No, that was awful.
spread
Yeah,
the
you're
cheese.
lined up in a line and they literally make you cough.
You're in a
and bend
Magic
over.
Mountain line.
Yeah,
it
it's
ain't like
awful.
a little line. It's a Magic Mountain line.
Yeah.
And you all turn and face like a school play. And you have to drop them and not just already drop.
You're already naked.
You just
Damn.
got to squat.
I still can't get past.
You gotta
shitting in
squat
front
and
of
stay
somebody.
I can't
squatted.
do it.
It was
man.
awful, bro. All of it was awful.
It could have been prevented.
It could have been.
All you had to do was just.
But the cops was wrong.
Oh,
But they didn't learn no
But them cops,
lesson.
that's not
They
the point,
won.
Tony.
They ruined your life
That's
for the
not
weekend.
the point, Tony.
They won.
They be trash.
I went home that night.
I stood for what was right.
Chaz is in jail. I poured some cereal. Damn Chaz, man. You know what I'm saying?
You
Crazy.
poured out 2 bowls for Chaz. Let me pour one for Chaz.
But actually, but this always sounds corny. It was the best thing. 'Cause that's when everything changed. That's when my entire trajectory changed because I was laughing in jail like, yo, you're in jail right now. But then it was like everything I was like, all the slacking, all that not taking shit seriously. I was like, that's why all that shit happens, you know? And I was like, this is where you end up. And it was just like.
oh, yeah, because it started from the tickets.
It
From
all
you
started
not
from
taking care of your business.
not
with
taking
the
care
tickets.
of it,
Right,
always
okay.
delaying
And
something,
then-
pushing it to
and
the
then
side.
it
Chaz was a screw up.
Right.
100%.
Chaz parked
zero
his
doubt.
car in
Jail.
front of an apartment building driveway.
I was so tired. I was so tired. I
So the
told
people that lived in that building could not get out of the building because it's cold.
What?
And
Bruh.
he was asleep.
I was so tired, dog. I remember I circled once, couldn't find a spot, and I came back and I was like, "Ooh, a spot!"
Yeah.
It was not.
And I was working midnight. I was just like working 2 jobs. I parked, bro, went inside, woke up, car gone. I was like, "Man, someone stole my car!" Called the police.
I did that once.
And parked in the driveway.
I blamed my cousin's neighbor. I was like, man, it's so ghetto. Them running stole my shit, man. He's like, you parked right where no one can get out. And I was like, oh, that's messed up, man.
I
Yo.
think everybody should have some sort of jail experience.
No,
It
they
does
shouldn't.
Hold
put
on
you
now.
back.
Nah,
It
I'm
puts
good.
you back
Fuck
on track.
Nah,
It
nah,
really
nah.
does.
I got
I'm not
arrested.
on
That was
track.
even
I'm
if
on the
even
track.
if you go to your aunt's house
Bro.
that don't have shit, you need like
Nah, nah.
something
you
to reset
need
shit.
a rock bottom because jail like as bad as it is. I was like, that's the great rock bottom. You know what I mean? Because rock bottom, people lose their houses, they lose their families. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Your life. You know what I mean? Like there's some real consequences
You
to
can
a
go
rock
to the
bottom.
hospital to feel rock bottom.
Well, I'm just saying, whatever it is, you know,
Okay.
I'm not putting needles in my arms. You know,
I'm not
There's
talking
some
about
rock
for like
bottoms.
murder. I mean
Right.
like for something you wasn't supposed to be there for. Where you're like, how'd I end up here?
Right.
Not like I've been killing everybody.
But then you belong in
Yeah, then you belong there.
But after that, I went back and I was like, it was the best part because then I was like, yo, you messed this up, but you can fix it. And it was that was the moment that brought me to doing everything I got to do now.
That was a hell
And
of a moment.
It was. I just took everything seriously after
Monumental.
that. It was great. I mean, but I was like,
Cheek spread.
So what
what
you're
did it.
saying is
All it
racism works. Huh?
yeah.
No?
Racism made me a better person.
Racism stupid.
That cop's still on the beat.
He's still on the
Oh,
beat.
guaranteed.
He was short too. He was short.
It was the Hispanic cop, right?
Yeah.
Because the white cop was cool. The older Hispanic cop was
white
the
cop
dick.
was super cool.
No, he was trying to overcompensate. I'm one of you guys.
Maybe the white cop he was so cool, bro.
That's what I'm saying. The other cop was like, hey,
he was
Yeah.
I hate your black skin. I hate my gums because they black.
cops can be so. I remember the most disrespectful thing they ever said to me and my brother. We got pulled over. They said the light around your tail light is out. I was like, this is a 92 Isuzu Road. There is no light around these tail lights. That's not a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was like, well, let me see your IDs. Now, mind you, my brother's friend in the back, he had never had his black moment with police before.
Nah, welcome.
So he's like, oh, we should be fine. We're like, you'll see.
Yeah. In due time.
So he asked for everybody's ID, and the guy in the back was like, well, why do you need mine? I'm not driving or anything. Give me your fucking ID. You know, the whole thing. And then he was like, what are you guys doing? I was like, we're coming from a party. And it was like, at the time we were just visiting. I was like, we're just visiting my mom. I was like, I'm in school and my brother's in the military and we're just on break. And that's why. So he saw our IDs. I gave him my college ID. I gave him that.
Genius.
My brother gave his military boy, and he looked at him. He was like, okay, well, it looks like you guys are some of the good ones.
Oh, some of the good ones.
When he said that, I wanted to go off.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
my brother was drinking in the car and the bottle was under the seat. And it was open. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. He was wrong, but we have open containers. So let me shut the hell up. But that one of the good ones, it hit the dude in the back so hard because he was like, why would he say that?
Was this that Carlton Road?
And me and Keith was just like, whatever. Like, this is just a day being black. And the other dude, he couldn't handle it because the dude was real rude, real aggressive the whole time, blah, blah. And he didn't chill until he saw our IDs.
Right.
And then he let us go. But he
the military probably definitely helped.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And my brother was a Marine. So he was like, oh, yeah, cool.
We always got to do that bullshit just to prove that we're worthy.
You gotta prove how American you are in a place that doesn't respect your rights. Because your right to remain silent means ass whooping for the cops.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not cooperating. Oh, I'm exercising my right to remain silent. Well, we're going to pull you out the car. We're going to beat your ass.
Yeah. But the pullover was bogus. I was like, bro,
of course.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a cop pull me. I had this horrible 88 Mazda. All right. It was a horrible, raggedy gray car. But remember back in the day when the shit was hot, when he had the automatic seatbelts? Remember that shit?
Yeah.
You closed the door, like,
Right. You thought you was doing something.
You thought you was doing something. So I still had this in the 2000s. All right. So
I did too.
I'm driving it, and then a cop pulls me over and said I don't have my seatbelt on. And I opened my door. He grabbed his gun, and I closed the door, and it was like, and he was like, "Have a nice day." I was like,
knew he fumbled.
It was automatic, bro. I was like, "There's no way I can't have my seatbelt on." And so then when he walked off, and my homie was with me, a white dude, and he was like, I can't believe that just happened. Oh, okay, I'm gonna get his badge. And I'm like, hey, man,
just relax. I'm just
welcome
relax.
to day one.
Right.
That
was light.
I didn't know being pulled over like that was wrong, and I got taught how to deal with police by a white lady, and it was the weirdest thing because she's like, no, don't open the window. You can hold your license to the window and say you want to speak to your watch commander, and you could insist. I tried that shit.
Watch commander.
I was face down, ass falling on. It was like 100 degrees outside. I was like, oh, man. Then I had the black way of how you act when you get pulled over.
Watch commander with the window.
That's
on?
what makes them videos online so insulting. This is how you handle police. Shut the fuck
be
up.
like,
It doesn't
you
work.
have
It doesn't
no
work for
idea
us.
how-
Yeah, because
what we have to do.
legally it sounded good.
Right.
Yeah, really?
And I mean, legal.
Ask
on
for their
paper,
badge number.
You're right. On paper, is 100% right.
And we didn't have cell phones
Unless it's black people.
when I was that age.
Oh yeah, we couldn't get the video footage.
No video.
Yeah, you up on Sean
I
King?
got pulled over and we had water in my light, and then my cousin tried to crack a joke with him. He was like, "Oh, so sorry, officer. We have a little El Nino in our light." He was like, "Fuck El Nino." That's exactly what he said. This is Fairfield PD. We will fuck you out here. And I was like, well,
damn.
We will
fuck
your
you
joke,
out here?
nigga. Right.
Like literally.
Right, yeah, we will fuck you out here.
You bombing,
exact
bro.
words. Chill with this funny shit.
I think I see light in the back.
Right.
And now you just got to be like, yeah, let me just make sure my registration is straight. Let me just make sure I got my insurance. Let me take my driver's license is current. It's an extra, it's just something. You can't let anything overlap. I'm like, let me go take care of this now. I got 3 months to.
Yeah, even tail lights. I'd be like,
let me make
sure that's right.
I had a time when I was doing a check like every day. You know what I mean? Like I had to go do a check, and then I was like, you can't live life like this.
The last time I got pulled over, I was in Hollywood for a tail light, and I made a left, and he pulled me over, and I was like, "Here we go with the bullshit." He's like, "You know your tail light's out?" And I was like, "Nah, I didn't."
Right.
You know, you real polite. No. He's like, "Well, just get that fixed." I was like,
"Yeah,
okay,
because sometimes
I've gotten let go a lot.
Yeah,
and that's
the majority of my one-on-one police interactions have been positive.
But the problem is, how many have you had?
I've had
and that's the issue.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I had a lot of good cops, and I'm like, I've had way too many cops.
But the thing about it is, when you're legit, like 100% legit,
and my
really
tail
not
light
gonna have
was
a
out.
big problem.
Right.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Just get it fixed."
Right.
Boom, done.
I've had
I was like,
tags
bet.
1,000 times.
I've gotten let
tags
go
a bunch of
I
times.
got let go for speeding before.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, thanks."
Yeah.
The warning.
Right. But you're always waiting for the
the asshole to pull up.
Yeah.
I just don't like it's time consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I when I first got my I got an Audi A12, they pulled me over every day. Every day. I was like the first black person in LA with an Audi A12, and I got pulled over every day.
Damn.
I called my sheriff homeboys. They're like, "Yeah, you have to call the station and make a complaint. And every time make a complaint, after you get so many complaints, then it's profiling." And I was like, "I ain't got time.
You should have made it.
Calling y'all. I should have."
But that's the thing.
The
Like
Audi,
we be
man.
like, we just want to live life. Like I don't want to have to do all this shit.
Right.
Man,
To just
absolutely
live
not.
in my skin. Like this is ridiculous.
Last time I got pulled over, it was in Burbank, and pulled me over because there was no light on my license plate, and so I was just like, and it was a black girl cop. It was two female cops. And the one that pulled me over was black, and I was like, "Oh, you must be new." I could tell she was like new,
Right?
Because the other cop was like watching her, and I was like, "Oh, you just pulling people over
Right.
just to."
Yeah,
Get some
practice.
experience.
Yeah, and Sabrina was recording on her phone. It's just like, I was like, man, because I don't really get messed with in Burbank. But that pullover,
I didn't.
felt
When I
it.
first got the Hummer over there, I got put over
It's because
several.
it was the
times.
Hummer.
Isn't that weird that it's now built into the phone that you say, "Hey, I'm being pulled over," and Siri could start recording what's going on?
I heard that.
Save it?
Does she really do that?
I haven't
been
tried
pulled
it.
over
I've
yet.
heard about it.
I'm gonna try
I
it.
didn't know if it was
I'm
real.
gonna try it after when we get in the car.
That sounds
Yeah.
spooky.
I mean, but this is like this happens so much. Let's have some anti ass whooping software.
Man, it's real, man.
It is real. What I wanted to do today is I was actually went through like all the comments the other day on YouTube that you guys get. You guys get a lot of comments, man. People like y'all. You know, people like you guys. You know what I'm saying? I get roasted the most. I found out.
Really?
Which was bound to happen.
What?
Now, I just get
Yeah?
talked about now. I talk way too
Wait,
much. I already know.
What was the
it is.
best one?
What
they
is
It
said?
wasn't like a real roast.
They
but-
say you talk too much.
Well, somebody was like, "Yo, I enjoyed Chaz on there. Does Chaz ever stay on topic or just stop talking?"
You're bold. First of all, you're bold for going to read the comments.
Well, we got to get the questions.
Well, you know, I don't get. You know, that stuff don't hurt me. I don't know these people.
yeah.
If you guys were like, "Hey,"
Hey, Chaz, man, you
Then-
suck.
then I'd be
in,
like-
in the comment section, though, I say it like I don't know you. Chaz, I don't like this Chaz guy. He's trash.
Those might have been the fake accounts I created just to come and harass
well, I guess
you.
that's flattering. Greg will take the time to make fake.
What they come up with?
All right, so some people just kind of just like ask daddy issue questions, you know what
Okay.
I'm saying? But there was one I kind of felt for dude, so I'm gonna read it.
Cue
all right?
it up.
This is from Aaron Brown. This is what's up, homie? I have a 5-year-old daughter that lives over an hour away, and she's giving her mother a hard time. She doesn't listen to her at all. Right? Her mother is constantly calling me to get on her, but it's not much I can do over the phone. Right? When she's with me, she doesn't act like that. Even when she goes over my son's mother's house, she listens. Okay? Her mother wants me to discipline her while she's with me for what she did while she was with her. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the mean parent because I can't control her. From there, I told her to let my daughter move in with me, but she said no. What am I supposed to do? Hashtag daddy issues.
So they want him to be the bad guy.
Well,
Yeah.
so
But
the
you don't
mom
even live
doesn't.
with me.
well, so she's like, she's not listening when she's home with me. He's like, well, you know, when she's with me, she listens. So, but he's like, I want you to discipline her when she's with you for what she's done over here.
I can. The moment's passed.
I have a surefire way. It's called the pop-up technique.
Okay.
You just pop up on them sometimes, so your daughter don't know when you come in, so she don't know when to act right, when to act wrong. You don't always have to call and tell your daughter, I'm coming today.
Right.
You can communicate with the mom, so that way when you show up, she's just like, oh, he just be out here.
Mm-hmm.
I can't just pick my days knowing I ain't gonna see him to the weekend, so I
Right.
can mess up on Monday, Tuesday, and have 3
So,
days. to
so I'm
smooth
sure
over.
Aaron
Yeah.
works, right? But if Aaron can carve out some time, talk to her. Hey, your daughter's tripping today. Cool. Let me carve out an hour because he said he lives an hour away, right? So let me drive out some time and go pop up on him real quick. Discipline her while she's there, possibly, right? And then
well, I was saying
But
preventative.
he's saying
okay.
if the baby doesn't know when he's coming, she's gonna be on the best behavior because he
Right.
can show up at any
Right.
time.
Right.
Not like
So
that. That's
just
great.
pop up.
Like, see, man, look at
That
that.
was my answer too.
Because kids
Yeah.
learn schedules too.
Pop up.
That nigga.
Yeah, they get
You
comfortable
done
in
the
that.
same?
Like, I ain't
I
gonna
did
see
the same
that
with
till
Craig.
Saturday.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
just
he
pop
played
up.
crazy. You got one of the parents have to play
One
crazy.
parent has to be.
It's good
like,
cop, bad
They
cop.
can't control themselves.
I'll take the bad guy
I
bullet if it
enjoy it.
means
Right.
keeping my respect.
I do.
I'll be the bad guy.
I've
if
seen
need be.
Tony. I saw Tony. I was at the crib once, and this was years ago. But Sincere was on the computer, man, and then his mom was like, "Hey, all right, Sincere, we're getting ready to go, so pack up." He was like, "Okay." Click, 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 click. Right? He kept on clicking. She's like, "Okay, Sincere, we're gonna go." He was like, "Okay." Click, click, click. Tony was like, "Hey, your mama got to tell you again, it's on." Click, clack, clack. I never seen somebody make a desktop into a laptop. He folded the desktop up, put it in a case, and carried it right out. Yo, it was 2 points.
It's
It, not
on.
even, it, bro. It was
It's
0.2
on.
seconds. Dog.
That's a dad
It's
saying
on.
it's,
It's
on,
on.
or
It says-
when they do something outside.
Yeah.
And when we get home, it's gonna be me and you. Like, as a child, when I heard that, I'd be like, "We're gonna go in the garage."
It's,
Bro,
hey, it's
I was
on
like,
says so much.
Man,
Like it says so much without saying nothing. It's on. What?
Okay.
Yo, but,
I don't like
here's
a
the
lot
thing:
of
Sincere already knew what it meant,
Right.
yeah.
because it's been on before. Right?
I saw a dad say that to a kid. And I grew up. I know what that means.
Right.
Yeah.
So he was like, he kept doing stuff, and his mom kept, and he was like, "All right, when we get back, it's gonna be me and you." And I saw the kid, like he teared. He was just like, "It's over." And I'm looking at him like, "Bro, you should have stopped." Like, why? I'm
stopped.
feeling for him now because I know what that
You
means.
had the warning.
You had
Right.
the time. And I was like,
Okay.
damn.
So you
bro.
got to say okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. So
Any
I
more
thought that
questions?
yeah, there's another one. All right, so this is from A Cleveland. It just says A Cleveland.
Hey,
Cleveland. On this episode, you talked about your daughter's dating guys like you, but what if your daughter was
Who the hell is
one?
Cleveland, nigga?
A Cleveland? I don't know, man.
Am I Cleveland?
So she said, on this episode, you talked about your daughter's dating guys like you, but what if your daughter was the one that was like you? How would you handle that?
We gotta figure out who Cleveland is.
What are you talking
No,
about?
his
that's the
name
person's
is
name.
That's
A.
the person's
Cleveland.
YouTube.
Oh, he said A Cleveland.
That's the name.
That's
his
the name.
Oh.
That's their YouTube name.
I thought he said A Cleveland, and he
No.
was talking to one of us.
No,
They're
no.
talking to you though
Yeah.
on this question.
I was like, nigga, call it. I felt disrespected.
Wait, what was the question again?
I have a name.
Yeah, DC was all confused, man. A Cleveland is the person. See, from A Cleveland.
Oh, A Cleveland. Oh, got
Sick
it.
of DC,
like
man.
Andrew Cleveland.
All right, yeah, DC.
What the hell?
Whatever you need.
Thanks for the breakdown,
Nigga said
DC.
A Cleveland.
I was like Andrew Cleveland. Now I got
Got
it.
it.
I just needed
Got
the
it.
first name.
Aaron
name
Cleveland. Go
on
ahead.
DC, how do you got initials in your name? Somebody DC was like, what, from Washington DC or what?
I felt disrespected.
Ain't no Cleveland.
And then why do you think he was talking to you? Because all he said was A
A
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
And why do you think that was?
No,
you?
when he started reading the question, I was
Oh,
like,
The
wait, who's
question
he
is
talking
very
to?
much a DC.
Right.
As soon as he heard that, he tuned out. He's like,
Yeah.
"They know what Cleveland's
Yeah.
up
Who the
here."
hell is
I'm talking
Cleveland?
back.
Joe
Wow.
Lee out here.
Hey, Cleveland.
I'm gonna read it
It's
slower
Mr.
for DC.
Cleveland.
All right.
I never liked Cleveland as a city.
It's cold out there.
LeBron, you deserve that championship.
Right.
I'm glad LeBron left.
All right, so on this episode, you talked about your daughter's dating guys like you, but what if your daughter was the one that was like you? How would you handle that?
Oh, that's a good
That's a
question.
good DC question.
Man, I would probably if she was like me
Yeah.
in my heyday, I would give her the best game I can give her.
Oh, good.
What do you mean, far as what?
Well, just as I mean, it depends on how they see how I'm like. You know what I mean? Like
How was
if she's
you?
like, I don't know.
This nigga here.
I don't know. You know what you was like.
I don't know.
I don't know. I give it a most game. How are you? I don't know. I'm just, hey.
No, I would. If
Shut
she
up,
was-
Cleveland.
If she was like, hey, Cleveland. Hey, if she, I would just try to. No, honestly, as a real dad, I would tell her like, steer her away from the mistakes I made. To be honest, I'd be like, you might not want to do that. You might, you might want to handle it this way and that way. And that way you'll save yourself pain in the long run.
What
Because
trait, DC? What trait of yourself have you seen a trait of yourself in your daughters that you don't like?
No.
You haven't seen nothing in them. You're like, ugh, you got that from me.
My bad. Maybe like a temper sometimes
Mm-hmm.
when they get mad. I see
Well, is
that.
it the quiet storm DC temper
Yeah.
or
Like my oldest is like,
because DC got the quiet storm?
Quiet storm.
like chill. My oldest is chill,
Pull
but
you
when
to
she's
the
mad,
side. Yeah.
Do they pull to the side?
when they mad, they
Like I
mad.
feel some type of way.
Right.
That's DC.
You can see in
How
DC's
they
eyes.
defend, man.
I felt DC's anger a couple times, bro.
Stop.
Yo. I felt not towards. Well, yeah, I felt one towards me, and then, but it's been a couple because you'll know he can see it. She's like, "Hey man, such and such." It's an extra eye. Like,
it is.
Look here, I'm talking to your soul.
But you could watch DC's build up. One time, me and DC was having a conversation, and you know how comics, they don't know how to be regular, and they was trying to chime in with the joke. But we're clearly talking about something that's for me and him.
Yeah.
So the person kept going, "Who? What are you? Who?"
Oh, yeah.
And I see the build up happening because we're both getting annoyed. But I'm just kind of like,
DC
I'm just
gonna
ignore
turn,
him.
and DC
And
got
turned.
shoulders. He gonna be like,
He was like, "Who? What's all?" He was like, "Hey man, me and my boy is talking right now. I'm gonna need you to." And dude just kind of faded out into the bushes.
Man.
But
I'm
I
a
saw
nice
the
guy,
build up. But
guys.
I was just gonna keep powering
DC's a
through.
nice guy.
The smile does disappear real quick. He'd be like, nah.
It's in the eyes.
Yes,
sir.
but he
Eyes.
shifted. He made sure he was like, "Hey, man."
The whole he squares up to you.
Yeah, got me
Hey, man.
pegged.
The whole
Y'all got me
shoulder.
pegged
We
all
talking
wrong,
right
man.
now.
They got me pegged.
DC's soul is like,
Nah,
Jesus again.
nah,
Think I want
nah.
to slit
And
your
like
throat right
when
now.
DC was checking him, I was just like,
Hey man, you better listen. Yeah, you should have listened.
Normally it's fair.
DC looked at him. He was like, "When we done, it's gonna be me and you."
It's on.
And I was like, "Damn,
It's
dog,
on.
all right."
You gotta let people know sometimes.
Yeah,
man.
he was highly annoying. Like
Yeah.
we after the third who that we didn't answer,
It takes
you
a
should
lot.
understand
Yeah.
we not talking to you.
It
bro.
normally takes a lot. To
Yeah.
get
He was
me.
going for
I
a
can
minute.
take a lot. I can take a lot. But then once I'm there, I'm like,
Or DC has that long side, but
Yeah.
but I've seen that.
In DC's defense, we were trying to get to the point. Like we were trying to finish this. You who? What? Shut up, bro. We're not
Right.
talking to you. Clearly.
Right.
What DC does is a no look. Look at you. That's what it is.
Hey, that's 100%. Hey man, hey,
No look.
y'all
no
gonna have them
look
thinking
at
I'm
you.
crazy.
Nah,
wait. First off, everybody has a psycho inside of them. All right, that's
true.
That's
Yeah.
true. Everybody has a psycho inside of them. Second off, you have the most gentle anger that I've ever seen, which is great. But you know, underneath that, there's a layer, and once that layer cracks, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
the Bay Pimp voice.
Yeah,
you
because
got
he'll
The yada da. The yada da take a lot out of it. But then it's like,
And
ah.
this show's over.
Hey, ask you a question. Have you seen some of your sons that you go like, he got that.
just like the indecision and the procrastination
Mm-hmm.
that I've dealt with for years. Just that, and I was just like, man, hopefully they. Because you change it when you change it.
Mhm.
I can be like, yeah, you need to do this, but you're not really gonna listen to people like you listen to yourself and your own
Right.
experiences. So
Mhm.
it's just that more so than anything else. Like the way they are socially, I'm just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it's that type of do what you say you're gonna do,
Mhm.
and
Follow through.
and that's something I struggle with coming up. So I was
Mhm.
like, man,
Now you got that shit down now.
now, yeah, but I had to get there. 'Cause,
Yeah.
in college, man, screw up McGee, screw up McGee.
You went to jail
man.
for talking shit to a cop too for tickets,
Man,
man. It happens to all of us, man. It's a pandemic.
Man, it was out here.
Your kids are still young. Do you see that in them now? Do you see something you're like, any more of that? And I gotta have a Keon talk.
Nah,
Hey, don't
that's
be
who-
like me.
I sent y'all the pictures of this.
Oh my man, way
That-
too cool.
Oh
This was
man.
like,
Yeah, I got it. My oldest, I see him already on that tip, and I feel like with both of them, I'm going to have to. It's kind of like on the same.
They know they're
DC.
adorable.
when
And
when
they
it
know
comes to
it.
that. Like I know
The
they're
lip
gonna
bite?
be like, yo, but these ladies out here, Dad, and I'm just like, yo, I don't want them to be like.
for
me.
those that don't know, Keon's
I wish they could. I wish they could pull up the picture.
He took selfies. He had on the fresh UCLA
He had the fresh
jacket.
fit.
Ah, he got the curls
And
popping.
he did the lip bite
The
on
lip
one of the
bite. He was
pics. He
like,
was like, yeah.
I was like, who?
He had Cotty's phone, and we were talking, and then he was like, Dad, look. And so he was over. He had set the phone up. He leaned. He put the phone against the bench, leaned up, and he was like. He had one lip bite, one pose, and I'll catch him doing it at the house. He just be in the mirror, and I'll be like, "These dudes here." And like Kendrick does this thing because they have their mom Cotty's Puerto Rican, so Kendrick will be like, "Hey, Dad," and he'll put his hands, and he'll put his hands. He'll be like, I'll be like, "See, these dudes, it's gonna be like,
That's funny.
it's too much,"
The
and I'm
fact
just
that
like.
he said, hey,
And I'd be like,
You see
yo,
it.
they just,
You see
yeah,
it.
it'd be like that.
You see the
attitude.
glow.
I don't like the attitude they have. I'm all about I'm all about confidence.
Right.
When it comes to sports, school, whatever. But they just I'm gonna have to bring them down a lot.
You want to call them ugly and shit?
Not that.
Sit your ugly ass down.
Just everything. Like, cause they're just too.
You're gonna have humble talks.
Yeah, cause they're too much like we out here. You know? It's just like, nah, bro, chill. And I don't want them with the lifestyle that I'm going to have and the lifestyle that the neighborhoods we're gonna be in. I don't want you to be like you're in this world. And Craig will probably know his family. When you come from money, you're good looking or whatever. Mm-hmm. They're going to be coming anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I want them to be able to navigate and handle all that and just, calm down.
Be like, I was waiting for you.
Right.
I was like, just relax, bro.
Keon, it sounds like they're not even going to date chicks. They're going to be like, no, I'm good. I got me.
Who needs you when I got all this?
Damn, you look good, me.
And the thing that kills me is no one taught them that.
Yeah.
That's what when I saw him doing that, I was like, I don't take pictures. Yeah. Their mama don't even take pictures. Where are you getting this from? Yeah. Where are you getting the biting the lip and where are you getting this from? You don't go to school. You at virtual. Is it you at the crib? Who gassing you up to where you feel like this?
Now, and those are professional pictures.
It's ridiculous.
They came out good.
He hired a photographer. The whole
ridiculous.
the fit. What about you, Craig? You see in your 4?
Well, yeah,
Craig
I
got
see
a
a
lot
lot.
of
Yeah, they all have something in me. But what
that you're like, ugh.
Yeah, but when they do wrong, then when it affects them, then I tell them about the hardships I have. But most of the times I tell them about what I'm doing, not what I've done.
Okay.
It's more of where I'm growing to. That's where y'all catch up here and we keep going.
Dope.
But if y'all fall back there, I got some anecdotes for y'all too.
But what is there anything like specifically that you've seen that you're like, all right, yeah.
Well, it's every teenager. Sometimes I try to motivate them to get their stuff going all the time, but they're teenagers.
Yeah. They get distracted.
I feel like procrastination is a normal.
It's very normal.
That comes with being a
human
for the most
and then
part.
one day it clicks and you're like, all right, I got to get. And then you can't sleep at 2 in the morning. You're
Right.
downloading, talking to your friends, asking if they can sleep.
No, I was up with you. No, I never get to sleep.
I just couldn't do it.
Yo, last week I had to wear sunglasses all week because my eye, whatever happened to my eye, it was red, and when it started being red, so I wore
pink eye.
It wasn't pink eye though, because I've had pink eye.
Keelan is my hero.
He had the light set up too. What was
Right.
he doing
So-
with the
I don't even know how he knows
soft
how to do this.
Wow.
The fact that you got to post that pic.
You got to put
Right.
that
At least
pic.
put it. At least put it
You
in
have
the
to put
story.
it on
And
the
he didn't
screen
have a shirt
somehow.
on
least put it
underneath
in the
that
story.
UCLA
No, he
jacket.
didn't. The shirts, they don't wear shirts.
Oh, that makes it even
Shirts,
better.
they don't wear
Did he have
shirts.
just all right, so this is one last question.
Oh yeah,
I'm
my
sure-
bad. I cut you off on the shades though.
It's all right because
No.
that was hilarious. So I was just saying about the no sleep, my eyes. I think it was just being tired, and I finally slept a couple days. Yeah, last one. This is a cute little one for the babies. Just a question for all of you guys. When your baby is crying and you tried everything to calm he or she down, what do you do? I'll take this one
Yeah, you
first because I
fresh
have
on
a
the-
baby.
Yeah.
So my baby she's always bored is what I found out. So when her tantrums come,
Because she needs a sibling.
no, because she just needs attention of some sort. So she's either bored or she's tired, you know. So she'll be crying for something, and the more I just do with her, you know what I mean, then she always calms down. So I like if it's colic or something like that, that's a different thing, you know. I mean, that's either whatever kind of thing. But like if the bottle don't calm her down, then I just try to we either go for a walk, you know what I mean? I just try to tickle the hell out of her till she pees, you know what I mean? We do that a lot. My goal is to see the little, that little stripe in the diapers turn colors, so it goes from yellow to blue. I'm like, so we'll do that, and then that usually calms her down. And I found out that just even making them laugh tires them out, you know what I mean? So her naps come a lot easier when I play with her a lot and she's tired, so. That's but she's almost 2, so I don't know if that helps her babies.
How do you
car.
respond to tantrums?
Oh, that's nice. So
Riding in the car, that's sleep
That puts
medicine.
them to sleep.
Yeah,
Riding the
riding the car
car.
is
Put
always
myself
solid.
to sleep behind the wheel.
Yeah.
I'll be asleep with the kids.
Tony, that
Man,
is not a good look.
Tony has scared
We've
me
all been in the car with
several
Tony
times.
when
He
he fell asleep.
felt,
We was like,
several
pull over
times.
and get out, bro. Where
Right.
we coming back from that one time we ain't made him pull over? He was like, somebody else can take over, man.
And y'all making up stories.
Man, it's happened so many times, bro. I mean,
It's ridiculous.
He just go.
Yeah.
Tony be talking to you 1 second. That's the he's like,
Mid-convo.
yeah, man. So anyway,
He's like, yo, man.
Why'd you even start driving?
Right.
Bro?
right.
Knowing I can make it. I can make it.
But you're better nowadays, right?
Yeah, I think when we were driving back from the Bay Area, I got tired. I pulled over immediately. I was like, pulling over.
I seen Tony fall asleep dropping me off once. And he just didn't leave. And I called him back. I was like, you good? Yeah, man, I'm just resting. And that was from North Hollywood to Burbank.
But that's better than driving.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Park,
Get that nap, man.
I just didn't know where he was. I was like, you all right down there?
Yeah.
Just resting.
Does he do all the things? Roll the window down, turn the music up, air conditioner.
Well,
on
the
blast?
thing is, when you're in a car full of people, you would think that there's enough
Enough
conversation,
going on.
whatever going on, and we'll be mid-talk.
Tony
and all
falls
of a
asleep in commotion. It'd be commotion.
sudden,
going on.
what happened? We was just talking about
Right.
it.
World War III go down.
Yeah.
It'd be the best part of the story, too. So then she took her titties out. You're like, how'd you fall asleep during that part?
You hear me
After we
say
go over the
Juice.
cliff. Her titties was nice.
How do I handle tantrums? I have a lot more patience than my counterpart with tantrums. You know what I mean? The screaming gets her, so I try to do it. So either, like I said, if it's not the bottle, I just try to find something that she wants to do because there's a reason why. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's just something she can't have, I'll try to find alternatives because she'll be in the fridge. She's
Wait,
40.
this part of the question, or did you ask
This
yourself a
this
question?
is Tony.
I was asking about this.
This nigga asked
So how do I handle
Yeah,
tantrums?
Tony asked her.
Oh, you asked him?
Yeah.
Dude, he was going off
DC
that.
zoned
then
out.
I
Who's my
thought
favorite
about
DC
something.
was gone.
Like, DC left.
I was like, did he ask him? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
DC was in his head like, call me Cleveland again.
No, I
Call
thought-
me Cleveland again.
I was like, did he just throw himself a lob?
I got it, man.
I handle tantrums.
Right here. Yeah, Tony asked.
Tantrums.
Tantrum. So I try to find her stuff. She's in the refrigerator all the time. We're in there, and she be looking like,
Sounds like me.
She always does that. So she'll try to grab like hot sauce, and I'm like, no. And then if you take it away, you get this stuff. So I try to. How about this?
Let her get the hot sauce.
Well, we did, but she likes it. But I don't want her just.
She like hot sauce?
She can do spice.
I
bro.
thought it was gonna be a lesson
No,
learned.
bro. She be like,
She's putting it in her milk.
she be like, Nah, she's a nut, bro. She's a
She
nut.
likes the spice.
She
huh?
likes the spice, bro. Because even some things like
That
I had
Latin
something.
heritage right there.
Yeah, her mama's a weenie. She can't do spice like
Oh.
that. Yeah, she's a weenie. So
Does the family look down on her?
that definitely, she's definitely.
Wait,
the
yo
black
can't
sheep.
do hot?
Not like that. Nah,
I'm not a
she's
hot
a weenie
guy.
with stuff. But like I'm more of the spice person, and then but yeah, man, Izzy hang, bro. Like she ain't never been like hot. She'd be like,
That's mad funny. I'm horrible with tantrums.
just throw
even
one
as
yourself?
babies, I'd be like, nah, you ain't getting it.
Yeah, you know,
If it's like a tantrum, like if they
Yeah.
just crying, but if it's like a tantrum, especially in the grocery store, nah.
oh, I haven't had that yet. Or the good ignore. You know, I've walked over Izzy
I'm
plenty of
horrible with
times.
tantrums, man.
I done left her on the floor.
I'll try to ignore, but then I'll be like, all right, that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Your
then
boys
they'll
don't
shut it
throw-
down, though.
Your boys throw tantrums? I've never seen them.
Kendrick.
Okay.
But then and I'm like, but now we've gotten to be like, all right, go in your room, and when you're done,
Mm-hmm.
you come. I've gotten way more calmer because I'm on my second, so I've just, and like now that they're older, especially with Keelan, I can actually, and Cotty's really good at it. Is like, okay, well, what's wrong? Why are you bothered?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just wanted. We'd be like, relax. You can't talk. We can't understand you when you're crying.
Right.
And he'd be like, okay, well, and then it's boom. With Kendrick, he 3. He just made 3, so he be acting like an idiot. And I'd be like, nigga, I'm not doing this. I take your ass in that room, and he just go in there. I'm kicking his feet, but he in his bed, so I don't care. He ain't moving though. So he'd be upstairs acting a fool, and I'll come in there and I'll be like, you ready? He'd be like, yeah. I'll be like, all right. And then he'll go whatever it was, eat dinner or whatever. And it'd be dumb stuff that he do every day that just particular time, I'm going to act out right now.
And then you're like, all right, on cue.
Yeah, and like you eat dinner every day.
Right.
And on today, you're protesting. Why? Of a meal that you like. Something you requested.
Right.
And it's-
Something you request.
that's
You asked for this meal.
and that's when I be getting annoyed. He'd
Right.
be like, I wanted, chicken and rice. Okay, I made you chicken and rice. I don't want, but you just asked me for this.
Right.
Then I'm not eating. We'll go upstairs until you're ready. And then he come down and eat it. Then he go, this is good. I'm like, nigga, yes.
It's the same chicken and rice.
I'd have
asked
took
for
his
this.
plate. Oh, this is good.
He'd be like, this is good. I'm eating. Ugh. Because both of them are very, I've noticed, the older they get, my approval really matters to them.
Mhm.
Like even more than Cotty's. Like
Mhm.
they be like, we want dad. When Keelan's doing his schoolwork, I'd be like, man, that was you wrote your name dope. He'd be like, Thanks, Dad. Thanks. Like
gotta be like,
really,
I liked it too. Yeah,
yeah, whatever. But thanks.
Can you show Dad?
Yeah, and like, or if they do something, like if I'm not home, Cody would be like, is Dad gonna get mad? Like they really be like, what is Dad gonna do?
Gotta be like, I'm mad.
Yeah,
right.
Is Dad gonna get mad? So now I'm like, now that I know that, I'm very cognizant of like how I do stuff, whether I'm hard on them or backing up or whatever, because I know like, well, we just want you to be good. Yeah. So I'm like, all right.
Hey, not trying to fuck them up.
Nah, not at all. They already taking bite lip selfies, so
on the right path. You have a temper. I feel like Craig is a baby tantrum guru, dog. Did you have a method?
They didn't really do tantrums.
You didn't do tantrums?
It's more of a teenage. I got it in the teenage years.
No, they saved it up.
Yeah, I just get for show from my son. All right, for show. I'm like, what? Yeah, for sure. That just means so much. It makes me so like, what you mean for sure? I said you can't go out for 2 weeks for sure. And I know that means the next time he goes out, he's gonna come home late or something. It's different teenage.
I bet.
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
All right.
And then no TV for sure. And no, yeah, for sure.
He blowing you off. That's why. It's like disrespect.
Yeah, for sure.
And you ain't getting your license this week. For sure.
The eyes squint. For sure.
It makes you seem like they're gonna do something.
Yeah.
Like they doing something bad. All right, that's for sure.
Did you find it disrespectful, or were you like, that's
he just
his
knows
way?
it irks me. Each one of my kids knows something that irks me. I have a daughter that just won't talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
She knows it irks me. I'm like, what you mad at? it just they all do things that irk me, and I'm like, all right.
That's good.
For sure.
For sure.
That's good.
So you still ain't talking to me?
What about you,
For sure.
DC? How you handle?
What was your tantrum
Tantrums?
technique?
About how you do it. As long as you can kick and scream, but as long as you stay where I tell you to be at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, you can do all that. I don't care. And we'll talk when you're ready to talk.
Yeah.
But
Because they're going to get tired.
right.
That
You're gonna
tantrum
tire
is
out.
a lot of energy.
You're going to eat this food one way
Right,
or another.
one way or another. You
Yeah.
you're
Wake up
not gonna
appetite
win.
and
Right.
all that tantrum.
I tell them that all the time. You're not gonna win.
Right.
You can't beat me.
Right.
Like, so, and you gonna get hungry. Last time you ate was 1 o'clock.
Right.
Because I purposely I get mad at Cody for not keeping on the eat schedule. Because I'm like, then stuff like this happen. So when they wake up from their nap, don't give them a snack. Just let them chill. And right around 5, they be like, Dad, I'm hungry. And they will scarf their food down
Eat
because
everything.
they hungry.
Right.
I'm like, you give them that little snack at 3, they can last till 8. I don't want them doing that. So just let them hold.
That's
and sure
protest
enough-
energy.
Yeah, exactly. They got signs. We
Right.
done ate a snack.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
Yeah, and they don't go and they don't go outside and burn the energy like
Right.
back in the day.
Right.
So it's like,
No
we gotta
energy
control
burn.
this.
So
Yeah,
That's all I got comment wise, man. That was
I had one,
nice,
but you
man.
didn't know.
Oh,
so
do
that's-
it.
No, you did it.
Yeah,
We did
it.
it. Yeah.
How
No.
long we been going, Ken?
How long?
Oh, let's get the hell out of here.
Where you going, man?
This is a movie.
Where you going, man? We got plenty of time. You still
Nah,
got
man,
time.
we out, man. Look at Izzy, one of the siblings in that picture.
I'm never changing.
Where
this,
my
bro.
brother?
I'm
I
never
just changed
changing.
mine.
She
I'm
looks
the older
just
pick.
like you.
I'm
just
never
changed
changing.
Little
bro.
baby.
No, she don't. No, she
Always
don't.
stay
No,
with
she
in that
don't.
picture, she does.
That picture?
Kids always
Yeah,
stay on
baby.
as the wall.
Yo, Izzy is Joe's baby.
That's me, yo.
No, I see yo in there.
Yeah.
I haven't met.
Yeah.
No, she hasn't come up here.
Have you met?
No, you never
Probably
brought her
not.
by the
Oh, y'all
garage.
never?
The
You never.
squinty eyes.
It sounds
Y'all
weird.
got
You
your
never brought her
kids
by
as
the
the wallpaper?
garage.
No, I don't. My selfish ass got me.
DC got himself.
You too
Get
old.
on your
Hold on, wait,
wallpaper.
time out, wait.
There's a picture of him on stage.
I feel like DC's
Me
too
on
old to have
stage.
himself as his own.
I'm too old to have my grown ass kids in my.
I got the boys right here.
You
Who's
got
that,
baby
Craig?
when they were younger.
Yes,
You got the
younger.
kids. I got
My
the
son.
kids.
Yeah, man.
When they were younger,
what do you
look,
know?
they
Yeah.
babies.
Now.
Man, yeah,
I
but
can't
it's
have no
them.
grown adults on my
He
phone.
got
What are you
Jordan.
talking about? Yo, adults. You made them
They
adults.
like
How you got
40.
you?
It could have been a picture of you and the girl.
Man, get off this podcast. You ain't no dad, dog. You don't like your kids.
My kid's like
Hell outta
30.
here,
I'm not
man.
no
DC
grown
got a
ass.
thought wallpaper.
He got his high heels on.
Yeah.
Yeah, red, all
red bottoms.
right?
Y'all
He had his
see
toe pointed. He looking down.
I'm just saying, I got my real one in here somewhere.
Let's go, man. Let's get out of here, man.
stepping into
on
2020 like.
Whatever.
All right, y'all. It's been another episode of Daddy Issues.
That nigga said red bottoms.
Red bottoms. Y'all got anything to promote, pump up, anything?
Just laugh at Chaz on the YouTube. Same old social media stuff. Nothing.
September 12th. What's that show called?
Socially distanced comedy.
Socially distanced comedy show. I'm doing
DC
that.
Tickets.
Get your tickets.
They'll both be on there, so get your tickets.
Yeah, they got DC.
Oh yeah.
Season 7 of In the Cut aired. I wrote 2 episodes.
Oh,
all right.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Mark Curry and Kim Cole.
On what
joined the
network?
cast. That's on Bounce Television.
Bounce TV, yo.
TV.
So watch it so they keep paying me.
Got BT Plus got bigger.
Yeah.
Hey.
Come on, Craig.
Keeping it going.
Last OG.
Last OG, that's still out.
Yeah,
too
I like
right
that
now.
show too. Y'all do good on that.
I was on the 3rd season. If you'd like to appreciate it.
Y'all do good. I finally finished enough episodes to put my show out finally. On
When it
YouTube.
drop.
Okay.
When it dropped.
I don't know,
Okay.
but it's
dropping
coming soon. Yeah, and you'll see these guys on there and a bunch of other comics and just look out. Subscribe to my YouTube page and look out for that.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all.
I got new merch coming too. But
the new merch is pulling up.
New merch.
And
This
y'all,
was fun, guys.
y'all be safe. We'll see y'all next week. If you got any questions for us, ask us in the comments section
Chaz will
on the
tackle 'em.
YouTube. We'll tackle them on the show.
So
Appreciate
can we
y'all.
all lip bite on the way out? Can we do a Keelan?
We out here.
couldn't do it.